good, y'all? It's the one and only King Cal 516 live in the mix, and this is the Swiss Flames podcast. Well, the Phoenix Suns defeat the Golden State Warriors last night in the battle of the best teams in the NBA with a final score 104-96. I want to talk about this game. This was a great game, guys. If you didn't see it, you missed a good one. This is one of the better games in the season. These teams are pretty closely matched. I, in particular, went in, and I already told you guys, if you've seen that podcast episode where I say, pretty much trying to give Phoenix their props and saying they're not getting the respect they deserve by not really getting any media coverage, even though they're on this killer winning streak. But my opinion has been, and I will stay consistent with it, that the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA right now. Now, I think Golden State is number 2, and I think they're very close. I think once Klay Thompson comes back and once he gets acclimated and the team adjusts with him being with them, I do think Klay Thompson puts Golden State right there with the Suns, or maybe slightly above them, right? But as of right now, I just believe the Phoenix Suns are the better team, right? And I'm going to break this down, why I believe that. I'm going to break down the game a little bit. We're going to have some fun today. But before we do, make sure you guys check out our website, www.swissflames.com. Hit us up on Twitter at SwissFlames. Check out the Facebook, YouTube page at Swiss Flames Podcast. Definitely appreciate it if you hit the like, hit the subscribe. Definitely comment what you feel about this game. Now, reason why I believe that the Phoenix Suns are the better team between them and Golden State is this. Real quickly, I'll get into that, and then we'll definitely get into this game breakdown. Phoenix last year went on a run. They went to the championship. They were up 2-0 in the championship game, and then they lose out to the Milwaukee Bucks. Phoenix is primarily a young team with some veteran leadership sprinkled in there between Jay Crowder, obviously Chris Paul, floor generalship. But they just got a great experience last season in the playoffs. Golden State, the way they're built, they rebuilt this thing with a lot of young talent, right? With some veterans, obviously, that been there, done that. Obviously, the leadership at the top with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. Those guys been there, done that. Andre Iguodala. So those guys are great and outstanding at the top. But come playoff time, they still have some young players that we do not know, or just players who are inexperienced, like Otto Porter Jr. We do not know how these guys are going to do in the biggest moments if this team starts to get far in the playoffs, right? Jordan Poole's having a great season, and we'll get into him a little bit. But he's having an outstanding season, but we don't know how Jordan Poole is going to show up in the biggest moments. Andrew Wiggins has played in the playoffs, but he hasn't really shown us anything like crazy good to make us think, oh, Andrew Wiggins is going to be a come-through player for them, right? So at the top, they're good. We know that for a fact. I'm just not sold yet on everybody else that they have, right? They're playing good, and that's not to take anything from them. I believe in the regular season they're going to dominate. Come playoff time, I'm just not 100% sold on them. And part of the reason is, like I said, is just basically they have a lot of guys who aren't proven on that roster yet. Doesn't mean that they can't be great in these moments. Obviously, having a Steph Curry, Klay Thompson carrying that scoring load helps. You know what I'm saying? But we just don't know. And so I slightly give the edge to Phoenix because I feel like they're chemistry-wise, they're the team that has better chemistry. Although Golden State's playing very well right now. And like I said, I'm not saying Phoenix is way better than Golden State. I just believe they're slightly better. And I believe Klay Thompson could kind of even that out a little bit more. But the Phoenix Suns handle business and they defeat the Golden State Warriors. And now both teams are 18-3. On the season. This moves the Phoenix Suns into a crazy 17-game winning streak. Now, in the second quarter, Devin Booker got hurt. So Devin Booker didn't play half this game, but the Suns were still able to pull this one out. This was a great one, guys, for sure. Now, one of the biggest keys to this game and why the Suns lost, in my opinion, was turnovers. Turnovers was crucial. Golden State committed a total of 22 turnovers. The Suns only had 12. That was a big difference in this game, right? Especially in that fourth quarter, Golden State had at least 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter itself, right? So even in crunch time, you're turning the ball over. You can't do that. You can't give good teams more opportunities to beat you. You know what I mean? And so Golden State turning over, they pretty much, that was, to me, the biggest key to this game of them losing. And then another big key, in that fourth quarter, there was no Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry went missing, right? And in that fourth quarter, Chris Paul showed up and showed out. I like the way the floor game Chris Paul played this game. Him and that Aiden pick and roll was highly effective. Golden State couldn't really stop it. They had nothing really for it. Chris Paul was a beast in that fourth quarter, leading the charge. Key passing, key plays, key decision making. Chris Paul was a man amongst boys, especially in that fourth quarter, and helped pull that game away, even when Golden State was coming back. In the third quarter, the Suns made a run to kind of pull away a little bit. I believe the game was like 70-61, and then the Golden State went on a 10-2 run to get themselves back in it. And for the most part, this game was close. You know what I mean? I believe that was the biggest lead at that point. That 9-point lead was the biggest lead of the game at that point. So, Golden State came back charging, and this was pretty much close throughout the whole game. These teams were kind of fighting back and forth, exchanging buckets for a while. Like I said, that fourth quarter, biggest difference definitely was just Chris Paul making outstanding reads, outstanding plays, and helping to bring this game home for the Phoenix Suns, even though Devin Booker got hurt. So Devin Booker goes out with a left hamstring. We'll cover that in another episode. But the last thing I want to address too with the Phoenix Suns that I thought really was a standout was Mikael Bridges. Reason why Steph Curry struggled a lot tonight, Mikael Bridges did his thing defensively on Steph Curry. He made life miserable. And so that's going to be a matchup, if these two teams were to meet in the playoffs. Obviously Phoenix Suns are going to try to exploit. So Golden State will have some footage to see what they can do to help alleviate some of that Mikael Bridges pressure on Steph Curry. Mikael Bridges played out of his mind defensively with Steph Curry. You know what I mean? So that was a big hit for the Golden State Warriors because Steph Curry did not have a Steph Curry game. And if Steph Curry is Steph Curry in this game, Golden State wins this game, especially without Devin Booker. But Steph Curry struggled big time. Steph Curry ended up only with 12 points. So, if you see Steph Curry and he only has 12 points, you salute, you give a hand clap to the other team, you say job well done. Shout out to Mikael Bridges. Mikael Bridges played out of his mind. Steph Curry only ends up with 12 points in 36 minutes, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Steph Curry wasn't Steph Curry. The leading scorer for Golden State was Jordan Poole with 28 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Jordan Poole has been a stud all season long. I'm interested to see when Klay Thompson comes back how Jordan Poole plays. You know what I'm saying? Is he still going to be able to kind of have this production? My guess is it probably will go down, but how much down will it go? That's going to be interesting to see. So Golden State definitely struggled in key areas, and that's basically the ball game, guys. On the Suns, just a couple of players I want to highlight just for statistical. Deandre Aiden had a big monster game. Like I said, a lot of it had a pick and roll. He had some also some putbacks, some offensive rebounds that he was able to score a lot. So DeAndre Aiden led the charge for the Suns with 24 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 34 minutes of play. Chris Paul had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists, right? So you got to give the Suns their credit. Like I said, I believe they're the best team in basketball. I just think yesterday they were just gave an opportunity to prove it to all the naysayers and the haters. Even with Devin Booker going out in the second quarter, they were able to pull out this win. So this was a great win. To say, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this game. Did you like it? I thought it was an awesome game, very close game for the most part. Definitely a great watch. These teams are awesome. It would be nice to see these teams go at it in the playoffs as well. That would be nice. We'll see what happens. Anyway, it's your boy King Cal 516 signing off. This has been the Switch Flame Podcast, y'all.